here. Some really good advice that was given to me about going to events. Honestly, I want you guys to really open your minds up and really put yourself in a state where you can actually absorb this information, because literally it's like going in front of a fire hose, opening up the fire hose yourself, opening your mouth and drowning sometimes, okay? It really does feel like that because you get overloaded with so much good information. People that actually are hacking time and hacking where they're at in life is because they found good mentors, they went to good events, they learned from people that have already done it and taken those steps. You can learn more from a mentor or from an event than you would ever learn on your own. When you put people together like this, magical things happen. I mean, literally life-changing things happen. I want you guys to really embrace this because it is I'm living proof of it. I've never thought I could be. It's unbelievable where the path has taken me over the last 3 years. I never would have thought this was where I was at. Facebook reminded me today, said this is where you were at 3 years ago. I was looking at a picture of myself driving my car, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, what was I thinking? Was I thinking I was going to have an event in Austin, Texas 3 years from now? When Chase asked the question, think about it. And from 5 years from now, where do you want to see yourself? You can actually hack that and do it in 3 years. You should be, once you actually figured out this is where I want to be. I want to be living in Bali, surfing every single day, sipping on pina coladas, and hanging out with my wife and my daughter every single day. That's where I would be. I would figure out how to do that in less time, okay? So that's one thing I want to make sure that you guys understand is that it is a reality. It is proof. You guys can do it. You guys all have the same ability. We all have the same 24 hours, 7 days a week. We all have that, okay? So the advice that was given to me about events a long time ago was come with an agenda. Come with an agenda. Who here came with an agenda for this event? Sweet. All right, so if you haven't come in here with an agenda, you need to figure out, what is my agenda? What do I want to get out of this event? Because if you can diagnose exactly to a T what you want to get out of this event, you're going to be aware of it when it hits you. Okay? You're going to actually see it when it actually hits you because your mind is going to be open for it and ready for it, and you're also telling the universe, this is what I want. Okay, you got to step into mode. This is what I want, and mean it. Okay, so definitely make sure you're absolutely ready for it. And if you don't know what it is that's okay. I'm going to start talking to you about some other things. All right. So if you don't know what it is, or you do know what it is, I always also look for 3 major keys because there's so much stuff that's going to be thrown around in this room that you're going to get that it, like I said, the fire hose effect. Write down 3, or if you hear 3 things that you want to take from this event, or there's 3 things that stick out of all of your notes, make sure you write those things out by hand, okay? You're going to want to make sure you have 3 things ready and look for those 3 things. Because if you go beyond 3 things, it goes beyond sometimes what's comprehended. I can't really go too much further, unless you're a very critical thinking type of person, but most people, they can only digest 3 things and actually put and apply action to it, okay? So once you find those 3 things, then you got to figure out in the level of importance. The next thing I want to do is I want to roll a little, it's like a minute and 20-second video. And has anybody here heard of if you want to pause it real quick. Okay, has anybody heard of the gorilla test? No? One person. Okay, don't say anything to anybody. Maybe you? Okay. All right, so let's roll the clip.
The correct answer is 16 passes.
Who got 16? Cool.
Did you spot the gorilla?
Only 3 people did.
For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half missed the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it. But did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player, and the curtain is changing from red to gold.
Okay.
When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events. And that's the monkey business illusion. About this illusion and
We
the
can cut it.
original gorilla.
So that is the thing, right? We don't even know what we're looking for, even if we're looking for it, right? You don't even know what you're seeing there. When your mind is trained to go look at how many times was a ball passed, that's what you're looking for. So you always see what you're looking for. You don't necessarily pay attention to some of the other things. So today, like I said, amazing event, lots of great speakers. Make sure that you pay attention to what's going on in the background sometimes. There's going to be lessons there. The next thing, I have this clicker in the back of my pocket reminding me. The next thing I want to do is, who here has read the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey? Isn't that a great book? That's like one of my favorite books, one of the books that literally changed my life. It was probably, I think I read it even before Tim Ferriss's book, which was another book that changed my life, The 4-Hour Workweek. But there was a part in here, it was called The 4 Quadrants of Importance, I believe it is. And this is how you should really base your life off, base your week off. They say that every single week, you should do this every Monday, and take like your list. So let's say like at this event, you have your 3 things or you have 20 things, okay? And you want to figure out, what are those 3 things that I need to focus on right now that's going to get me immediate results? So what are those 3 things that I could do that could effectively give me results right away? So there's the top left-hand quadrant, which is urgent and important. So that's like stuff that's like, my house is on fire, my baby's crying, I need to water the grass before it dies, like stuff that needs to happen right now. The next thing is urgent, not urgent, but important, okay? And then the next thing is not important, but urgent. And then the next thing is not important, not urgent. So if you can take your list and figure out which quadrant those fit into every single week, you will massively, every single day of your life, you'll massively get ahead. You'll be able to start figuring out those scaling techniques and exactly where you should be focusing on exactly, okay? This other area I want to mention, this not urgent, and I have one more slide here. This not urgent side, but important, that's actually a good side to be in, okay? That side there actually helps you. It's more of a creative side of things. Okay, it's definitely more of that like real creative point of where you want to be. The other one on the left is the first, do first, right? Because it's just stuff that has to get done no matter what. It's just, like bills are paid on, the beginning of the month or a couple days before the end of the month. Those are things that have to be done, right? But that other area is like just that really cool, like fun area to be in. Like as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, this is exactly where I like to put myself in it's not terribly urgent, but it's important. Like I need to make sure that I have, graphics done in time, and they need to look right. Like that 0 to scale logo needs to look right in order to represent the business, to be like an identifiable type of business, right? So it's fun, but it wasn't urgent until the deadline came, right? Then there's also the not important but urgent. These are tasks in your business that you guys are all doing, guaranteed, on your own, because as an entrepreneur, it's lonely at first. You're doing everything. You guys are doing the creatives. You're doing the sales copy. You're pushing the ads. You don't have a partner yet. That's why I said earlier, look around to see who the people that don't have partners are, and get outside of your comfort zone and start introducing yourself to these people. Hopefully we'll have time to do like a networking session, but that's why we have like a cocktail hour, and that's why we have like our VIP meetings and stuff like that. So because we want to encourage and really just kind of cultivate that partnerships that can happen. That's where magical things can happen, because you might be like Ernest, you might be awesome at ads, but suck at graphics, right? Which is probably right. But he's awesome at ads, right? and but you need a guy that's like awesome at graphics, and if you pair the two, gosh, you guys would probably do 10x, right? Compared to the millions of dollars you're doing now. So that's something to think about. But that you can delegate these things, these tasks that you're not good at, or tasks that you're just doing too much. When I started in the internet marketing business, I did everything, and it was my wife. You can always ask her. Like literally, she was just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just hacking on keys." "What are you doing?" And then I'm building like video production studios in the house, and I'm writing out all of my copy. I'm doing every single thing, like literally, like this is a 10-person job typically. But these things, once you start actually making money in your business, you want to be able to leverage. And that area is what I also call delegate and leverage. So you're leveraging your time because you're either paying for your money by time or with money. Okay, and I'd rather pay for my time with money than with time, because time you never get back, right? And then the other thing is just drop. Like these are things that you don't really need to pay attention to. So out of this event, I've given you guys, just getting it started, just getting it rolled off. At this event, I've gotten you guys started right now, right? You guys are ready to rock, ready to get going. Rob's going to be coming up. You guys know what to expect. You guys know what kind of notes you're going to be looking for. It's almost like homework right now today. Just like you want to write down, if you aren't identifying the actual agenda you have, you need to be doing that now. You need to be looking for those 3 things on top of that. So that's the end of the slide.